Hold your space. Holding space is an art. First of all, one needs to understand what it is to be in a space. Think about it. Everything is in its place, separated by space or not. We are on a journey here to expand our minds and open our hearts to understand ourselves a little better. And in the process, revelations come to one who seeks it. In their own way, in their own place. This work is all about space. Which is where everything exists. One could say the presence of God or the energy of life. Is in every space that we can see or not see. Think about it. If you can, or if you are listening to these talks, you could tell that there is a structure, but it's not bound in the space. It's a free-flowing spirit. The truth is, I am also like anyone else, seeking and searching. Of course, I'm being blessed to be able to choose to find this space that I like to be in. It's not easy. It doesn't come naturally because I'm also living in the world and I have to deal with a lot of things. And it's a juggle and it's a balancing act. Most of the times I'm also stressed out or seeking answers for certain open cases, unresolved issues. And as I dig in and continue my journey, I find this wisdom. I find something that I like to be with, and it soothes my soul and it refreshes my mind, and then gives me the strength to move on with the next activity of life. Time is magical that way. We don't necessarily think about it, although we notice and note the fact that time flies as we breathe and as we live. The concept of time is fleeting in the space that we are in. But what we do consciously and with awareness in the space that we are in right now matters a lot. When we reflect upon the time that has gone by. So some of these talks, as it happened to me and I'm experiencing it, I'm just pulling it apart and laying it out in the space clearly so anyone who hears it can understand the anatomy of this kind of a mindset, to be with it, to experience it yourself. Because what it does to time and space is very supernatural. It holds the space of these words, filling it with wisdom, beauty, love, understanding, and all the wonderful virtues a human being can be and experience and also share. Every time this happens and I choose to share or be with it, I'm in a different place. It certainly uplifts me and strengthens me to carry on, to move on. Because let's admit it, we all are carrying a burden, and sometimes it consumes us in the space. If you're one of those troubled minds and heart is hurting, listen to this and try it out. It may create a space. First of all, we need the space. If it's all occupied and everything is filled, then there is clutter and chaos, and the mind does not function smoothly. So you could say that the machine is getting lubricated with a little bit of oil, a little bit of space there. So when you create it, what is this? Sounds different. Everybody has a voice within and you hear it. Where did that come from? What is that? And it gets your attention, and it pushes out everything that is stressful or is dragging us down, to hate life or to hurt someone or to choose something that is harmful to us. All the things that we're trying to come free of, come away from. So if you're hearing it, if and when you do hear that voice, stimulated from outside in this case, or from within as you're seeking and searching, give it some space and time and hear it. It's magical. You need at least a little bit of space to work with it and then hold it, right? If we don't have any space, then what is the point of holding it? What it simply means is you carry yourself with the presence of knowing, being aware of what's happening, thinking about it. That's why it's important to clear out clutters. Important not to accumulate and hold, whether it's relationships or whether it's your way of life, whatever it is. One day at a time, one at a time. It's like cleaning up your home. It's very therapeutical. I am sure many people have it already as a system in their life to do it. But here we are serious and we are sincere about a permanent relationship with the self that completes us as a whole being, instead of being scattered or instead of a temporary space where we just run out to do something, or we distract ourselves with something in the world that You can take your mind off of the real things that need to be touched without being afraid of it. So we're simply sitting with it. And as we sit with it and think about it, thank you, amen, it clears it out. It clears it out. When there is space, there is freedom of movement in the body, in the mind, and the spirit, that is the life. If we think about it, everything in creation has something that touches us, a life. Whether it's a tree, whether we're watching a sunrise, there is energy behind it. So we feel one as a created being in the space of creation. It's beautiful if you expand it that way. And they are all holding space. Animals do it all the time, birds do it. You just sit in that space and they're just being themselves. We as human beings are so capable and so much more vast and can experience that oneness with the space. It's a very simple thing actually. It's simply being human and understanding what it is to live inside this body with the mind, with all its thoughts, and the heart feeling all these emotions, and coming to a center to be able to balance it all out. And when we carry ourselves like that, wherever we go, whatever space we occupy, it fills it up with light and love. So think about it and figure it out in your own way what it is to create a space that you can be in for whatever situations, for whatever activities that we need to animate ourselves in order to call it our story of life. And then be in it and be with it. This helps to cope with stress, cope with situations, and find answers. It may not exist in the world that we're trying to fit in. It may be a new place and a new space, and maybe a new answer. So see, we are firing up the intelligence in a creative way to be able to move through it, come out of it, smile through it, and then come back. See, that's what art is. Art is simply strokes and colors in the space that is scattered or painted beautifully to create a shape and form. Think about it. That is exactly how it should be in our body and mind too. So for today, I'm going to do my best to be in my space, be with it, learn and teach myself to hold it instead of running away from it. I've done it a lot before. A space that one feels very uncomfortable to be with because it may be embarrassing, it may be hurting, maybe painful. It doesn't matter. one can rise up above it with an intended, mature, and conscious effort to hold the space. One may find healing in that space, one may find answers, one may even be filled with love. And from that place, it gets easier to let go, to get things done, to not stress out or not worry about things, because it gets very clear. When you know where you're at, then you can decide to go where you want to go. So, good luck with all that. My prayers and best wishes for everyone to live fulfilled life, know who they are, and to do justice to the story that we have come to live and leave behind as history and a legacy of our soul's purpose. And live it fully, doing justice to the beauty that we carry and the goodness that we are filled with. Hold the space.